Have you ever thought to yourself, what goes wrong in an exam situation when you just seem not to find a way to manage your time and you sort of procrastinate and not get as much done, or you have that big horrible list and you try to finish it up but you just end up not finishing anything? This happens to all of us, and I think that it is time to speak about the topic. Hey there guys, and welcome back to Salman. I'm sure that a lot of topics out there are very accessible, but today what I wanted to do was to talk about some of the tips that really worked for me and some of the tips that I on my own implemented on my life and seen the results, and I think they are very effective. So let's get right into the video. Tip number one. This is especially true for exam situations where you just feel that you don't have time, but I have to say it, you need to start early. In fact, the earlier you start, the better you can do for exams. And you know, there's that loads of information that you have to grab and that big content you just can't finish in one night before the exam, which I actually do all the time, so start early. The second tip that I have for you is to prioritize and plan all the things that you want to have done. So, obviously in an exam situation, you have a lot of things that you want to get done. So I suggest to you to blurt everything out onto a scrap paper and you get a feel of how much you have to get done, and so I really think blurting it out is all too good. At the same time, you have got to plan set a period of time for a specific task, and just being more specific in the plan is so much more beneficial than an unclear one. So yeah, be more precise with the timings and set a plan that is realistic and efficient. And I also think that the more you have break times, the more the chances of catching up. Like if you have crossed the limit of a session, of a task session, and you can basically just have a free time after that, and in case you don't finish that particular task, you can just go beyond the free time kind of thing. The third tip that I have for you, I think I should have said it first, but it's so important to me, is to eliminate distractions. I know this is so obvious to you, but you may find yourself planning to set the phone aside for an hour, but after 5 minutes you just get back to it somehow. And I know that feeling. What I thought I'd offer you is an app that is called Flip It. I'm going to insert the picture of the app and the name somewhere here, but I'm going to do it. It really is an app that would lock away your phone and you'll not have access to any app on your phone. The fourth tip that I have for you is to take care of yourself. This can be very negligible, especially in an exam situation where you feel very stressed. You don't feel like eating, you feel like everything is just a waste of time, but do not do that. In fact, the more of exercise that you make, the more the blood flows and the easier, and you therefore tend to be more effective and productive than when you're just breaking down. And this is something that I myself am not doing right. So basically you just have a lot of water and you can have a snack beside you and you can exercise. The most important thing is water and sleep. I cannot stress how sleep is important. What is the use of having to pull out on an all-nighter when in fact you did not get enough sleep, and therefore you don't get as productive and you crash down and basically you don't get your work done effectively and it takes so much time. Personally, I get to sleep from 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock, so I get kind of the right amount of time. I'm used to it, so yeah. I also have that morning time for myself. I feel like it just makes me isolated from the people. And at the bottom line, I think that no matter what, exams and tests and school, everything is just temporary, and you only work hard for a small period of time, but at the end you get so much rewards that you get grades, and those grades are permanent. They're going to help you throughout your entire life possibly. So just give in the work and the time and the effort, give in all you have, and may God bless you and give you the grades that you wish for. I think it's time to end the video. So yeah, let's get back with another one.